Oh, hello. My name is Mara, and welcome to Books Like Whoa. So in the spirit of Women's History Month, I thought that I would let you guys know about a challenge that I'm doing. Now, I say I'm doing it. I'm kind of somewhat doing it. I'm cheating a little bit because I didn't find out about it really until after I'd kind of made all of my yearly goals and plans. Maybe note to self that being so pre-planning can rob your ability to improvise. That's for future consideration. But anyway, the Reading Women Challenge is something that I was really intrigued by when I saw some people alluding to it. I went and looked up what the challenges were and I was like, oh, I would really like to do this. So it's something that's run by Kendra Winchester and then someone else, and I can't remember who the other person is, and I'm sorry. I watch Kendra, that's why I know her in this situation. And I really enjoy her. She reads a little bit more literary fiction than I do, but we do have, I think, a lot of taste overlap. So like, I just really enjoy her content. And I really enjoy the kind of Reading Women challenge that she and her person, who I can't remember the name of right now, have set up. So I just wanted to tell you guys about it and kind of say like, hey, here's the thing that's happening and you may want to think about doing it. And then also just show you how I'm gonna be doing it, which is I decided to go bingo style. So instead of trying to hit there's 24 prompts, I made like a little random bingo board. I have like a little free space here in the middle, and I'm just gonna see how well I can do. So I'm gonna run through the challenges and just like kind of say, basically like if I think I will be able to meet it or not. And my goal is to try to hit as many bingos as I can this year, and we'll just see how it goes. So anyway, I just thought I'd let you guys know that I'm doing this and give you some ideas about maybe a way to read more female authors this year. Okay, so the first one is Mystery or Thriller by a Woman of Color, and I don't think this will be too hard, though when I was going through my TBR, I realized that like nothing came to mind. So I'm gonna I think maybe the way I might fulfill this one is through Attica Locke. I've been wanting to try something from her, so that's the first challenge. The next one is About Nature. That one, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do, if I'm gonna be able to fulfill that one, because nothing necessarily comes to mind. I probably have some nonfiction nature related by a woman I could use for that, but we'll see. Then a translated book before 1945. It's actually quite challenging. I think if I look into like a list of French classics, I probably could find something that I've been wanting to get to, but that one I think will be a little tricky for me. Then there's a book featuring a religion other than your own, and I actually decided to go ahead and put down The Wolf and the Whale as the one that I'm gonna use for this. Now, it is a fantasy book, and you know, you could probably make some arguments that this isn't quite the spirit of the challenge, but religion, like the shamanism of the main character, was such a big part of that book that I felt like even if it's not maybe what they had in mind when they wrote it, I did feel like that book kind of fulfilled the spirit of it, because I felt like I really got immersed in a character who has a very different religious tradition than my own. So there's that one. Children's book. So they specifically called out that that does not include YA, because there's another one about YA. So I'm going to assume middle grade counts in this. And I'm probably going to end up using Nevermore for this because I lost it during my move. I finally found it again so I can finish it and then read Wondersmith. So that one won't be too bad. About or Set in Appalachia, written by a woman. So I am also from Appalachia, so I love that this is on the list, but I'm ashamed to say that nothing really comes to mind. So I don't know if I'll get to this one or not. I'm going to have to kind of dig around and see what I can do. Then any book from a series, that will be very easy. I went ahead and just put down Born in Death by J.D. Robb because I'm hopefully catching up on an entire series by a woman, J.D. Robb / Nora Roberts this year, so I put that down. YA by a woman of color. Again, I don't think this will be too hard. I have already read a YA by a woman of color, but I counted it for something else, and at least for now, I'm gonna try not to double count anything in these challenges, though they have said you could do that, so. I have already done this, but I'm gonna try not to use that one that I've already read. Then I have a novella. Yeah, I've already read The Billionaire of Bluebonnet, so I counted that. That was a Jessica Clare one I've been meaning to get to. Then About a Woman Athlete, like all of the ones that come to mind are romance related. Like there are a lot of romances with women athletes, so I think if I can cull through what's on my e-reader, I can probably find something for that. Then there is from 2018 Reading Women Award shortlist. So they do an award every year, the Reading Women Award. And I looked at the 2018 list, and the one that I definitely want to read from that is Educated by Tara Westover, which, side note, I always say edumacated in my mind because in our family there's like a joke of like, I'm real edumacated. So I have to like actively stop myself from saying that with that title. But that's the one that intrigues me most, so that's what I'm going to get to with that. Cover pick, like a book that you picked up only because of the cover by a woman. I don't really have purely cover picks other than like collections. And so I guess maybe I could look through and see if there's any in my collections that I'm doing that I wouldn't have picked up otherwise. But honestly, like, I don't think most of those are women. I don't know. That one might be a little bit of a challenge. And then by a South Asian author, I went ahead and put down The Gilded Wolves by Roshani Chokshi. Now, if I don't have any other YA written by a woman of color this year, which I would be a little surprised by, but it's possible, then I might move The Gilded Wolves over into that and then use Nalini Singh as my answer for that one. So we'll see. Then historical fiction, that I don't think will be a hard one. I don't have something that like comes to mind, but well, there's a new Hester Fox coming out in the fall, so that would be historical fiction. Yeah, that one won't be too hard. Then Woman with a Mental Illness. Now, I have another one coming up that I could use for this, but I want to see if I can find something that's not double counting, so we'll see. Again, that's one that I don't have one that comes to mind, but I'm gonna like keep my eyes open for. And then book bought or borrowed in 2019, like, that won't be a problem. Oh my gosh. Okay, sorry, side note. I like this curl today. All it wants to do is do this. So maybe I just need to let it. Can we just, we'll just let this like hang out in the middle of my forehead for the rest of this video because all I'm doing is this right now. So there we go. Okay, sorry, it's been driving me nuts this morning. Featuring a woman in science, I went ahead and put down Smoke It's in Your Eyes by Caitlyn Doughty because she is a mortician, like she went to school for mortuary science, and the tone of that book has a lot of like scientific discussion about human anatomy. So I felt like that was like kind of an unusual woman in science kind of pick. Then a multi-generational family saga, I chose Housekeeping by Marilynne Robinson because it's like definitely got the whole generational thing happening. That's another one, that's the one that I could use as a woman with a mental illness, but I'm gonna try not to double count. Then author from Nigeria or New Zealand, I went ahead and put BINTI down for Nnedi Okorafor, but I also, again, Nalini Singh is another one that could go in here because she is from New Zealand. She is a Indian New Zealander. So that's why she could double count in both of those categories. And then Lambda Literary Award winner, Roxane Gay is a Lambda Literary Award winner. So I'm going to choose to interpret that as the author and not the book. And the book that I would use for Roxane Gay would be Difficult Women because I definitely want to read that this year. The next one is hard, a play. I don't have anything on my radar for that. So that would be one that I would have to like actively seek out, and I don't know if that would happen, but I'm gonna have it like mulling in my mind. Then a myth retelling, I'm thinking I might get to CIRCE this year, so if I do, that would be, I think, what would count for that. Then a book by an Indigenous woman. I've already read one, which was Trail of Lightning by Rebecca Roanhorse, and I will also be reading Storm of Locusts when that comes out. And then finally, a romance or a love story. That's very easy for me. I went ahead and just put down Luna and the Lie for it. So those are the 24 challenges. This is my little bingo board. And I think that I will start keeping you guys updated in my month end wrap-ups if I get a new bingo. Just like with my, I tried to do this as randomly as possible. I mean, not truly random, but I tried. And I do already have one bingo here. So good job me. If I get to the mystery thriller by woman of color, that would be my next easiest bingo. But yeah, we'll see how things progress. I think in my mind, I'm like, I would love it if I could get to 5 bingos this year. That would, I think, feel pretty good. So yeah, you guys may already have been aware of this and already, you know, been participating or whatever, but I just wanted to highlight it since it was seasonally appropriate with Women's History Month and let you guys know that I'm, you know, kind of doing it in my own way. Again, I would definitely recommend you guys go check out the Reading Women's website. I'll have a lot of the stuff linked in the description box below. And also check out Kendra Winchester because she's great. So yeah, kind of a different type of video for me, but hopefully you guys liked it. And hopefully you're not driven as mad by this curl as I am. Curly girl problems, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, subscribe, follow me on the social medias if you are so inclined. I've got this little thing happening now. So yeah, I've got all that information also listed in the description box below. And yeah, I think that will do it. Hope you're having a really lovely day, and I will just talk to you soon. Bye.